Okay, so this video is dedicated to Chloe Nichols, and I've literally recorded this like 1,000 times because my cousin is being a douchebag and has made me record it like 1,000 times, and I'm hoping this will be the last time because he has to clean his room. But I'm going to be reading off some quotes from some girls that I met in Pennsylvania, and they were very dumb. So, and also, this is also dedicated to not only Chloe, but also Summer and May and Yoni, and you know who you are, Yoni. But
Sophia.
So here it goes. Chicago is in San Francisco. Chicago is an hour away from San Francisco. San Francisco is the Windy City. San Francisco is its own state. Who is Arnold Schwarzenegger? Didn't he die? I think someone did a health project on him and he had a stroke. Then they started talking about some girl, and they're like, that girl's so weird. She's like Egyptian. She can read hieroglyphics. And then they then they asked me what color is the California flag. And then they asked if there's gold mines in California, and my cousin replied with, yeah, in the 1800s. And then they replied, oh, I thought that was in 49. And then they asked when I was leaving, and I told them August 4th. And they told me, that's a month after the 4th of July. And then they asked if they could stay at my house for some, premiere of, Big Brother or something, or the finale. And then, so they could see it live. And, I don't know. Or no, it was the premiere of some show, I think. But they were like, can we stay at your house? I was like, no. And they were like, but where do you live, though? And I was like, in some middle of nowhere town. And they're like, do you live in the ocean? And I was like, you're retarded. And then I told them that California was 3 hours behind, so there would be no point in watching the premiere of the TV show in California, because it would be show after if they were to watch it here. And they're like, oh my god, how do they do that? How do they get 3 hours behind? That doesn't make sense. And then they started talking about how live television works, and they didn't know. But and then they asked if someone wanted a temple massage, and then one girl felt another girl's head and was like, what is in this? And the girl replied, my brain. And then they told us a story about how they were almost hit by a car. And they were like, so we were walking, and this car had to change lanes because it almost hit us. And then one of them said, I hate this trampoline. I feel like I'm always falling. And then I told them one of them looks like a hobgoblin. And they're like, what's a hobgoblin? And then we heard a cricket. And my cousin was like, what was that? And I was like, a deer. And then this other girl was like, no way. And then my cousin told them that Bigfoot lived in California. And they were like, who's Bigfoot? And then they asked if there was mosquitoes and deer in California. And I told them, we do have huge 10-foot tall mushrooms. And they were like, do they really? And then they were confused because I told them I was from Southern California, and they were confused because I didn't have a Texas accent. And we had a long conversation where they were like, you live in Southern California? I'm like, yeah, Southern California. I live in the South, so technically, yeah. And she's like, well, shouldn't you have a Southern accent then? I was like, no, I don't have one. And they're like, but you should, because you're from the South. And I'm like, no, it's not how it works. And then I also had to watch this kid, and he asked me where I was from, and I told him I was from California. And then he asked if there were fire trucks in my country. And I love you guys, and I can't wait to get back. Bye.